I forgot I had to make one more video because I didn't show you any of my tooling for my lathe. One of the things I did is I put a extra handle on here, and this is actually hooked to the motor up underneath, so it loosens the belt. So I can change this belt right here. It loosens it up, so I don't have to reach back there and try to lift the motor to change that one. That's one change I did make on the lathe. This is all my tooling I got. This is a plate I made. It's actually just hot rolled, and I ground it by hand. And you take the compound off, and it bolts right on the top of here with these 3 bolts, and then those 2 up there. And then I actually used to do milling on this. I had a deal to protect the threads, and then I've got I don't know where it is. Oh, in here somewhere in the back, maybe. Oh, there's my collet. It's I think it's a Morse taper. I think it's a 5.5. It's an all-ball size. But that goes in there, and then I can take a number 3 Morse taper, and I've got some end mill holders, number 3 Morse taper, and I actually did milling work in my lathe before I had a milling machine. Anyway, these are all the bits I got. These are some I got recently here a while back. They're smaller. I just got these in the mail yesterday. They're not bad. Mainly I got it for this little boring bar. But I got that for $39. It was $49, and then I went online and got a Harbor Freight 20% coupon, so I got it for 39 bucks. Homemade bull nose. These are some tool bits. I picked these up at a used tool place in Fresno. Some cheapy 1, 2, 3 blocks. The other jaws for my 3 jaw. I got some, those are 5/8. I've cut the bottom out so I can hold them in my 1/2-inch holders. Got a bunch of carbide inserts. There's some adjustable reams. A vise I've never used. More taps. I got a bunch of metric stuff in the back, and then this is all American stuff. Oh, these are pretty cool. The old spline easy outs. Some of my snap-on junk. Boring bar holder, another boring bar, and there's my 4-way with my parting tool in it. I made this block. I cut that out in the lathe, machined it out. That's before I had a milling machine, and this actually works really good. This is a blade holder from Inco. It uses the inserts, and you can get left, rights, or straights. So the way they part off, but that works really good. And I use this the 4-way tool post. I use it with these cutters, and it's really rigid. That's the thing I found out about my quick change, that it's not as rigid as this 4-way. So these are still pretty good. And then here's a box of screws. If you buy a quick change, then you're going to have to replace the screws, because these screws that come in it are pretty much crap. My dog's over here trying to kiss me. My dog Betsy won't leave me alone. And then there's my face plate, and this is the other chuck I have. This has a reversible jaws. And then there's some I don't know what kind of steel this is. I got this stuff for nothing. Those pieces of steel. But that's about it. And then I got in here I got all this is all my cutting oil stuff, and this is what I was talking about the other day. I don't know if you can read that or not. The reason I have this Energine spot remover is because of that right there. And I mixed it in with this can here with the oil. And that's just for special stuff. There's my steady rest and I guess what's that called? A follow rest? I don't know if you can see it. It's dark in there. Anyway, that's about it. I made a magnetic base. I actually made this. It's got some neodymium rare earth magnets in the back. Those are indicators. I've had those for, I don't know, 35 years. This one here, the back part was made out of plastic and it finally frickin' rotted away. But it still works. That's it. Oh, and this steel here too. I made that on there. I made the backsplash in this, and this cover slides for when I'm using coolant. I just took my coolant thing off. That's it. See ya.